What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I will show you two potential paths to the resolution, and I have to say that our community might find even more paths to the resolution that might help us to win the battle. And definitely it is not 100% guaranteed, but I have to admit that we are about to see a lawsuit that will challenge the fact that MMTLP shares or Next Bridge Hydrocarbons shares should be tradable for 2 more days again, and it is a real bombshell. So before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. So let's start with this news. Meta News published this tweet just several hours ago, and it says, just in, South Korea regulators are now investigating the MMTLP issue. South Korea is currently leading the war on illegal short selling, which includes naked short selling and counterfeit shares, and has fined multiple firms this year for participating in these practices. South Korea also banned short selling in 2023 to investigate naked shorting and extended a market-wide ban on short selling of stocks through the first quarter of 2025. In a recent voluntary certified survey, we confirmed there is MMTLP investors in South Korea holding their shares with KB Securities and other brokerage and banking firms. The MMTLP issue is no longer just a USA problem, but a worldwide issue. On July the 3rd of this year, South Korean Financial Supervisory Service has begun an investigation into MMTLP, and the preliminary findings are expected to be announced within 14 business days on July 23rd of this year. If you are a South Korean resident and held MMTLP shares, please contact FSC and FSS. If you held MMTLP in any country, please help South Korean investors and demand an investigation and penalties for the MMTLP wrongdoings. Please retweet to spread the word. South Korea regulator meeting request fsc.ifd@korea.kr. Investigating and handling civil compliance you can find on this link, and other contact information you can find at the bottom of this tweet. So guys, I have to say that the problem is really huge. We know that the wrongdoers are trying to hide the short position, illegal short position, by transferring it abroad, and this is one of the reasons why we have to investigate not only inside the United States of America, but also outside of it. And definitely this investigation might lead to much sooner resolution for at least MMTLP shareholders who hold their shares via South Korean brokerages. But definitely, guys, why it might be so important for us? When the authorities from other countries will investigate the main problem of MMTLP shares, definitely they will achieve some results. And these results might be used in our case and in our potential upcoming litigations that will definitely help to resolve this problem. And that is why, guys, this news is really interesting and important. On top of that, a lot of our community members stepped in to help the South Korean regulators. For example, RareDD wrote this tweet, and let me quote it for you. Just kidding, guys. I cannot read on Korean, but if I click on this icon, on this button, you can basically translate this post via the Google Translator. And let me show you this. The Financial Supervisory Service has launched an investigation into MMTLP, and preliminary results are expected to be announced within 14 business days. On July 23rd, and guys, it is quite weird date format, but it is year, day, year, month and day. Completely opposite than, for example, we use in Europe, and quite opposite to the US time format as well. So, if you are a resident of South Korea and hold MMTLP shares, please contact FSC and FSS. For more information about MMTLP, please watch the video in the report below. And I have to admit that yes, this is extremely important as another potential way to the resolution. But on top of that, guys, take a look right here. Susan Trimbath wrote this all around the globe. Credit Suisse hit with the largest ever fine slapped on a bank for naked short selling in South Korea. Nomura also caught with the hand in cookie jar. And she added this link, and guys, take a look right here. This is the article that was published just yesterday. Korea to fine Credit Suisse Nomura $40 million on short sales. And guys, Credit Suisse is quite an interesting bank, you know, and potentially you have already forgotten about this. But Credit Suisse was the bank who tried to help Citadel Securities when it was a rush, when it was a short squeeze rush back in January of 2021. That is directly related to DME and AMC cases. And this bank basically lost a lot of its credibility in front of the regulators, and that is why, guys, I think it is links of one chain when Credit Suisse is fined on the South Korean market. And guys, to be honest, I think there is a lot of wrongdoers who are trying to benefit out of the naked shorting activity, because for banks it is extremely easy way how they can increase their revenue and how they can increase their net income. That is why, one way or another, in my opinion, all of the banks, almost all of the banks use this type of activity. On top of that, take a look right here. Kristen Shaughnessy wrote this tweet in response to her own tweet that she published on June 20th. And first of all, let me quote you this tweet. It is not just a hilltop I have questions for. Tiger Brokers is a global broker-dealer based in Asia. In August 2023, Tiger Brokers told its shareholders that NextBridge Hydrocarbons announced a tender offer that is public bid for shareholders to sell their stock. According to my sources, NextBridge Hydrocarbons did not do that. It never offered to buy back shares. So, why Tiger Brokers trying to get shareholders to sell their shares? I now have the same question for Tiger Brokers that I have for Hilltop. Did you sell more MMTLP shares than you had certificates for? And if so, how many counterfeit shares did you sell? And guys, I have to admit that just recently, about a couple of weeks ago, I made a video in regards to Tiger Brokers, and it is a subsidiary of Interactive Brokers, one of the biggest broker-dealer on the globe. And I have to admit that Interactive Brokers by itself has a very strict rules how they can perform on certain markets. But Tiger Brokers as a subsidiary has a lot of exceptions in these rules, and that is why they are free to do almost anything on their local markets. And this announcement to buy back NextBridge Hydrocarbons shares that was made in August of 2023, when all of the shares were halted for almost a year at this point. Definitely it is not the activity from NextBridge Hydrocarbons itself. It is some kind of scheme to buy back shares to Tiger Brokers itself in order to cover their short position. Let me show you the tweet that Kristen Shaughnessy wrote in response to her tweet. And she said this: MMTLP, more questions. 1. Which regulator or member of Congress will be the first to issue subpoenas to 105 broker-dealers to review their MMTLP share count? Make it easy. Start with TradeStation. Why? Because TradeStation has already admitted it lent many more shares than it had certificates for. then go to Hilltop Securities, then to Tiger Brokers, and then the 102 others. 2. Which regulator or member of Congress will be the first to get MMTLP shareholders the CAT data to find out what unregistered broker-dealers should also be subpoenaed? It has been 19 months since FINRA halted MMTLP, the dividend that wasn't supposed to trade, and it is an election year. And guys, these two questions are very important because for more than a year from the first time when we had the first letters from Congress members in support to our case, for more than a year we don't have any major steps towards the resolution. One of the biggest steps was made back in December of 2023 when Ralph Norman and his office issued a letter to Gary Gensler and Robert Cook, and unfortunately these answers, the answers from these authorities were pathetic and miserable, and they basically did nothing in order to shed some light to this issue. So let me show you another quite interesting update, and it is another real bombshell in our case. You know that Scott Trott just recently wrote the letter, let me show you, to Charles Schwab, where he explained a lot of quite tricky things that were made by this broker-dealer. And he even found out that Charles Schwab admitted that the U3 halt was implemented partially because of their actions. And guys, for now, let me show you again this tweet. Scott Trott wrote this tweet, and let me quote it for you. MMTLP community, could you help getting all of these screenshots located in original and legible form? They are another puzzle piece, as it lists some more of the broker-dealers involved in MMTLP at the time of the U3 halt. If anyone can send me a link or a much clearer screenshots, I'd be helpful to the cause. I can't enhance them enough to be legible. And guys, take a look on the answers. So, Thick Rick wrote this 17 hours ago. Here's one of them, and he refers to the tweet that was published by AK Dallas on January 18th of 2023. Guys, I don't want to dig deeper inside this information, I just want to show you some answers from Scott Trott. Scott Trott wrote, thank you. Next one, AK Dallas wrote, what info do you need? I got stuff like how many shares funds had at end of trading, etc. We posted a lot of MMTLP research as a community to after the halt, so happy to help if I don't have it. And guys, Scott Trott wrote this. Thanks man, as I keep grinding, writing the lawsuit and the WOM to force MMTLP to trade. I have data gaps to fill, small ones. I will DM you. So guys, this means Scott Trott is preparing a lawsuit. And this lawsuit will be directly related to 2 additional days of trading of MMTLP. And I told you on a lot of my previous videos that in my opinion, we have the less likely chances to see the resolution through 2 days of trading. But guys, we have to use any potential opportunity, any chance to win this battle. And definitely this is one of them. And Scott Trott, guys, Scott Trott is a very experienced person, and I found it out by reading this letter to Charles Schwab. This letter was very well written and thoroughly made, and it explains a lot in this latest activity that is directly related to MMTLP shares, but that was made from TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab themselves. And that is why, guys, we have all the chances to see in foreseeable future another lawsuit that will be filed by Scott Trott that will challenge the U3 halt and that will try to enforce the authorities to open trades for additional 2 days. And guys, this is really impressive. But on top of that, it is not the end. You know that just recently it was a very interesting space call that was hosted by Busy Brands, and for now he made this update just several hours ago. Getting ready for the upcoming week. Let's talk actions. We are working on a press conference. What congressional member will join? Chad Thakzila Kaitan is on fire and is headed to District Columbia. Let's talk about it. And I have to say, guys, that this press conference, if it happens, and if some congressional members will join it, in this case, this might be another huge step towards the resolution through Congress members, through their activity. And guys, we shouldn't ignore any potential paths to the resolution. That is why, guys, let's contact our local Congress members and give them an invite to this press conference. I think Busy Brands will publish an update in regards to the exact date and time of this press conference, and probably some of the Congress members will attend, will join this conference. So let me show you another opinion of some of MMTLP community members. Meta News wrote this: do you support a press conference, congressional hearing and subpoena from Congress regarding the MMTLP issue? And 94.7% answered yes. Obviously, they answered yes, and I answered yes as well. Definitely, it shows the sentiment inside our community. On top of that, guys, you know that for now there is a lot of problems inside our community, but let me address you this tweet that was published by Costas. 19 months, do what you want, but for me, people who have been asking the right questions and amplify my voice for transparency from regulators isn't my target. And he added this picture. If we are fighting each other, MMTLP army, we can't fight the enemy. And guys, I completely agree with this statement. We shouldn't fight with each other. We have to fight with our enemy. And our enemy are the wrongdoers who implemented this illegal U3 halt, who opened a lot of short positions, naked short positions on MMTLP shares and never covered them. And definitely, all these facts are extremely important for our community. But on top of that, guys, it is not the end. Let me show you that 100 MPH reposted the tweet of Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she refers to the tweet that was published by Donald Trump just yesterday, as you can see. And Donald Trump wrote: every one of the lawsuits I'm involved with, including the civil scams, were started by crooked Joe Biden and his fascist government for purposes of election interference and trying to damage Sleepy Joe's political opponent. The fake news, including Fox, hates to report that because it doesn't play into their narrative, but the people get it loud and clear. It is this election's form of cheating. They have no shame, but fear not, we will win, and possibly by historic proportions, DJT. And guys, the last mention of DJT is extremely important for us, because DJT is the company that belongs to Donald Trump and that filed several, let me show you somewhere here, filed several letters to Congress, and one of the most prominent letter for us was filed on April 23rd of this year, when Devin Nunes mentioned about our case as well, and he added to the attachment the letter that was signed by 74 members of Congress. And you can find this letter right here. So guys, that is why I think Donald Trump for now has the highest chances to win this race, and he will be the next president of the United States of America. And in this case, I think we have even more chances to win our battle through the DJT case and with the help of DJT case. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.